Hey everybody, here we are with Dom and Dad Survival Skills Training. Today we're going to go through a bunch of different stuff, but more specifically a go bag and what that is and why you need that. So Dom's going to kind of walk you through the rucksack, and then he's also going to talk about the things that we have in our go bag in the event of emergency to make sure that we're protected. All right, Dom, it's all you, buddy.
Okay, so this is a ruck bag. So basically it's just a thing to store like all of your materials that you would need in case of emergency. And what we put in it is, these are just blankets. These are blankets that keep you warm.
Right, but these are super cool. They're not just blankets.
Yeah.
You look at one of these, you don't think I'm going to be warm, right? But it's not true. These are awesome. So it's in really cold temperatures, these will keep you warm.
Mm-hmm.
And they last quite a bit of time too. So yeah, so those are blankets.
Also, you want ponchos just in case it rains.
Gotta stay dry. Yep.
And
Let's show them some of this stuff over here too, because even though it's not glamorous, it's still important.
Okay, so you need this so people can see you.
That's right. So let's say you're stuck in a building, or you're trapped somewhere. You have to be reflective. You want people to be able to see you.
This is a crank radio.
So power's out. You want to be able to find out what's going on in the world. So it's just a real standard crank. Gives you some energy, some power, and then you can operate the radio.
And these are meal replacement, like little cartridges. So these are just like meal replacement.
Let's talk about these. How many calories are in a bar?
There are 200 calories in this bar, and there's 3 grams of protein, 27 grams of carbohydrates, 8.18% of sodium.
That's good. So the sodium is, so at the end of the day, these are going to keep you alive. I'm not telling you they're going to taste great. They probably taste terrible, but they're going to keep you alive.
These are hot hands. This is basically help keep your hands warm, because your hands are very important.
Yep, you can put them in your boots, put them in your gloves, keep them up against your body.
And these last up to 18 hours. And we have about 40 of them. These are emergency tents.
2-man tent.
These are basically just like these, but they're tents.
Yep, just to keep the elements off of you.
This is a Swiss Army knife, and there is 2 hex wrenches, 6 screwdrivers, pliers, a wire stripper, cutter and crimper, hand drill, a file, a bottle opener, 2 rulers and ruler extensions, and millimeter and inch.
That's right. So there's no way you could pack all those tools into a go bag. You want to keep this thing as light as possible since you're the one carrying it.
Yep.
So we are able to consolidate a lot of tools by using a Swiss Army. All right, Don, let's show them the shovel and the hatchet. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so this is a little pack, and it has a shovel in it. It has a hatchet in it, and you can just connect these to this little rod it comes with. So you basically have an on-the-go shovel and hatchet.
And that's it, because again, there's no way you're going to be able to put a full-size shovel and carry it with you. If anything, you're going to need a different form of protection. But the hatchet's super cool too. And I've never sharpened this thing, but if you do get one, you probably should sharpen it. The next personal favorite, the chainsaw. Who knows if you're ever going to need this thing, but if you have to cut something, you're going to be glad that you bought this guy. It wasn't even all that expensive, pretty cheap.
Okay, so this is the 1,000-hour candle. So basically you light this thing and it lasts for 1,000 hours.
Well, 100.
100 hours, sorry.
Yep, 100 hours. But if it was 1,000, that'd be pretty spectacular. You'd be in good shape for a long while.
This is a knife.
It's got a latch on there.
Oh, yeah. So this is a knife, and then this is a rod of flint. So basically you just go like this, and you get fire.
It gives you the sparks.
Sparks. Then
Right.
you have to have like little pieces of wood to start it off,
Yep.
and then get the fire going.
That's right. And then another essential is just to have a whistle. Something super simple, but if you need to get somebody's attention from a distance, and a whistle's going to be huge. Show them the water purifier.
Okay, so
You
this
take
is-
it out of there.
Okay, so it's really hard to see right now. I'm gonna take it out of this bubble wrap so you can actually see it.
Yeah, it should be.
So this is a water purifier. So basically, you take any old water and put it into what we have also, a water bag. So you just put a ton of water in here, and you put the water purifiers in the water bag, and you basically just get clean water.
Right, and it's super cool because if you think about ponds or anywhere where you're going to need to have water, there's going to be lots of bacteria and lots of stuff in there. But it says like it makes questionable water bacteriologically suitable to drink. That was a tough word to say. But that's great. So you got to have something like that because you never know if your water supply gets turned off or you won't have any water available.
So these are snap lights, 6-inch snap lights. So basically these are just glow sticks. So if you're ever, if you and your family are in like a natural disaster and you need to see each other because it's dark, and also like if you have a power outage, you can just have your family hold these, and then everyone can just, so you can just see it.
Yep.
This is a trauma pack. So basically, if you're gushing blood, say I have a cut right here and I'm gushing blood, you pour some of this on here and it makes it like clot, so it'll stop the bleed.
We're talking like Leonardo DiCaprio when he got attacked by the bear. Like you need something to
Close
stop
the
it,
wound.
some quick clot. You know what I mean? Those are for big wounds. So let's go through. Oh, so there's another section in the go bag that just has real basic stuff like pictures of your family. Look at Moo Moo, how small he was then. We got to update that one. But so that you should have a picture of your family because if people are missing, that's what you're going to show to law enforcement, firefighters, whoever's available, so they can help find those people for you or with you. The booklet that we're going to be covering a lot of through this whole course is the SAS book. So we're going to go through a lot of this information as we get started with this program on survival skills.
So there is a small one you can put in your go bag,
Right, or
and
a
this
big
is
one.
just like for an at-home. It's a big one, and they're literally the same things. So all it basically has a ton of information about the wilderness and what you need to know. Like over here, there are like ways how to fight,
I
wrestle.
love the shark part. So if you get in the ocean, there's some really cool tricks about how to fend off sharks, and also but just information about stuff you can eat outdoors, stuff you wouldn't think if you're out in the forest. What types of berries that you should be looking at to eat, and which ones you shouldn't.
And what to avoid.
Yeah, and I think last but not least, definitely, at least in our household, this is a Christian family, and we have the Bible in our go bag. If a natural disaster happens, obviously prayers can only help. So that's where we're at with that.
We have a couple more things. First off, a lighter.
Or waterproof matches. Waterproof matches might actually be better, but I didn't have any yet, so being able to use one of those would be helpful.
We have a Sharpie to write maybe like phone numbers on an arm.
Absolutely.
And just like important information.
Yep. And then just a pen. You gotta have something to scribe with. Pen or a pencil, something that you can write with.
Mm-hmm.
So that and all, it at least gives you an idea of what a go bag should look like and what you should pack in there. In the very front of this bag, there's actually a change of clothes, including a pair of real comfortable shoes and a change of clothes. Now Dominic and our other kids all have their very own portion of that because we can't fit everything into a go bag. So everybody should have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Depending, and you have to update it how often?
Maybe like once a year.
Well, it depends on the season too, right? So if it's wintertime, we update it. If it's summertime, we update it, and that makes sure that if we have to get out of here, that we're dressed properly for the elements.
So what I did is I had an extra book bag, so I just put like my winter stuff, my summer stuff, my fall stuff, and my spring stuff like all in one bag. I also packed some tennis shoes. There's also some other good stuff.
Yeah. So that is our very first, I guess, episode here of Dom and Dad Survival Skills. We're going to do our best every week to come back with something that we feel is going to be super helpful, that will help keep everybody safe and alive in the event of any kind of disaster or, monsoon, hurricane, whatever. So until next time, Dom,
We're out.
later.